As October draws nearer, the usual influx of thrillers, horror, and macabre films has begun. Beetlejuice continues to dominate the box office, Halle Berry's horror Never Let Go flops, and Speak No Evil maintains modest numbers after debuting in second place last weekend. The film is a remake of the Danish psychological horror/thriller of the same name released 2 years ago, and has gotten positive word of mouth amongst critics and audiences. The original Danish film, too, was critically lauded at the time and loved amongst horror aficionados. How then does the Hollywood version of Speak No Evil compare? Directed by James Watkins, who also adapted the screenplay, the movie follows Ben and Louise Dalton, played by Scoot McNairy and Mackenzie Davis, and their daughter Agnes, played by Alex West, an American family living in London who at the start of the film are vacationing in Italy. While on vacation, the Daltons meet Patty and Sierra, played by James McAvoy and Aileen Francois, and their son Ant, played by Dan Huff. An awkward friendship is formed, and Patty and Sierra invite the Daltons to come stay a week at their farm in the English countryside. Initially uncomfortable staying with people they just met, Ben and Louise ultimately relent, hoping a trip to the countryside will help their rocky marriage. Patty and Sierra, though, are not who they seem, as the Daltons learn the horrific truth behind their host's intentions. Speak No Evil is a gripping, suspenseful thriller with well-built character motivations and a plot that will keep you on the edge of your seat for the first 2/3 of the film. Once the movie begins its final act, however, the movie falls apart. Character development, such as Ben, a spineless patriarch trying to hold his marriage together, learning to stand up for and defend his family, are thrown out. And so are any form of logic and reasoning, with Ben specifically becoming the most unlikable and useless character in the movie. The film is sprinkled throughout with modern political talking points and terminology that at first feel harmless and seem to be geared towards adding layers to the characters, with McAvoy's Patty representing an aggressive right-leaning male and Louise a much more progressive, nurturing female. Louise is depicted with faults in the film, which include infidelity, but ultimately never has to overcome these faults or become better due to them. Both the original and the remake's main theme centers around a specific line of dialogue regarding the passive nature of the main characters. As the remake ends, though, it's clear that the cautionary themes of the original have been twisted to become a weird, unfocused commentary on marriage and toxic masculinity. But these themes clash with the core of what the main plot and themes were originally set up to be. Much of the film's problems stem from Watkins completely changing the end of the movie from the original Danish version, which is a much more dark, cautionary tale that actually instills horror in its viewers. Watkins' remake aims to alter the movie for American audiences, which is to a degree understandable, as why else would you remake a 2-year-old film that was already well made and well received? That said, coddling American audiences against the true themes and message of the original, while making the characters weaker and more unlikable, turns a thriller with horror elements into a lame duck. Speak No Evil ultimately fails to be as shocking or horrific as its namesake, and while it did build solid suspense and would have been an effective thriller, the final third kills all the suspense and forward momentum. I give Speak No Evil 2 out of 4 stars.